Hey y'all, Mattis here, and today we're going to look at what is a Slabtop. I saw some great YouTube videos about a screenless Mac and I just had to give it a try for myself. I got a very cheap 12-inch MacBook off of eBay for $280. This is the 2016 MacBook 12-inch, and it's one of the smallest and lightest that Apple created. I then watched several YouTube videos about how to take the screen off and put it back together. Once I got the screen off, I then connected it to an external display or to my iPad. This form factor is really cool and it has a lot of possibilities. Not only can you hook it to an external display or an iPad, you can also use it in an entertainment system via Apple TV, which was one of my favorite uses. Stay tuned for that. Also, you can use it in a conference room or just as a simple computer in the house if you're looking for a budget option. So let's go over the pros and cons of what a Slabtop is and check it out. The reason I chose the 12-inch MacBook and the 12.9-inch iPad Pro to be paired together is they both come out to exactly 11 inches. It just looked too good, I couldn't say no to this, especially with that price that I found. First, you will connect your Slabtop via USB-C, which you will have preloaded Screen Duet onto. Once you have Screen Duet installed, it should automatically open when the USB-C is connected. You will then have an option to adjust the resolution appropriate for your display depending on your iPad size. Once you have selected the display resolution, you will then have full touch and trackpad capabilities on the iPad Pro, yet you are running macOS. This will also enable universal control. If you slide your cursor all the way to the left, you will be able to seamlessly switch between macOS and iPadOS. First, we will connect the 12-inch MacBook to an external display. This is probably the most typical use of a Slabtop. Using the USB-C to HDMI connection, plug in your keyboard to the back of the external display and you will have macOS running in no time. This is great for a young student or someone on a budget looking to do word processing, internet browsing, and possibly even some light gaming. Next, we will connect the 12-inch Mac to the iMac and iPad using universal control. In this option, the Slabtop is acting as nothing more than a keyboard with a built-in trackpad. The computer will recognize it as a full computer, although it has no screen. Use your trackpad to scroll all the way to the left onto your iPad, and then you will also be able to scroll back onto your iMac. Although this is a slightly extravagant option, because the computer is not being utilized, I really enjoyed having a built-in trackpad on the keyboard. Another option is to take your 12-inch Mac with an iPad stand and get the iPad elevated up off the desk. This will help create a better head and neck alignment while using the keyboard. It also creates a very cool mini Mac feel. You will have full trackpad capabilities for the iPadOS side and full touch capabilities for the Mac side. Now let's have some fun and connect the Slabtop to an Apple TV. Alright, here is where the screen mirror and screenless Mac really come in handy. Got the 12-inch Mac here and connected via Apple TV up here to the entertainment system. And scrolling, searching, check it out. Woo! Now this is what a Slabtop is all about. Being able to kick back and not worry about the screen in front of you. Having a great view out to Netflix, but also still being connected to Safari, macOS, and all the other applications you might need on your computer. And then scrolling back and switching to some more entertainment. Perhaps it's Apple TV, perhaps it's back over to YouTube. You get the idea. Our last use of the Slabtop will be connecting it to a conference room TV via AirPlay or Apple TV. This is a really cool system if you want to give a conference or a presentation with only one screen. Because there's no screen attached to the Slabtop itself, there'll be no barrier between you and the client. Thus, you'll be able to proceed with your presentation or video with a more seamless interaction and connection. Now let's go over some of the pros of the Slabtop system. First of all, it's light and portable and less prone to breaking because there's no screen. Also, if you want to, you can hook it up to a touchscreen via an iPad and have a touchscreen Mac. No touchscreen Mac in 2022? Are you kidding me? Let's do it ourselves. Also, it can enhance the universal control ecosystem if you have other devices that are compatible with universal control. And probably the best pro is that you can keep something out of the landfill. If you have a broken or cracked screen, you can upcycle it into something that is new to you and have a nice personal desktop computer or Slabtop. Now let's go over some of the cons of the Slabtop system. First of all, it can really be a challenge sometimes to connect to an external monitor if you want to do it wirelessly. First, you will need to connect to the HDMI to the external display and then find it in your screen mirror menu and then connect to your device wirelessly. You can then remove the HDMI and continue. However, doing this several times a day can become a large challenge. Also, there is a possibility that there might be some throttling of the system management chip. I would hate to see your GPU be affected, and if you're looking for high performance, this might not be the option for you. Also, taking off the screen is not officially supported by Apple. You could be avoiding a warranty or creating other software issues down the line. So in summary, do I think this is a viable option in 2022? Well, I think it's more of a look into the possible future of Apple and how we might have a future where screens or having a screened device doesn't really exist. You might be projecting to your Apple glasses, onto a wall, onto an iPad, or even form factors we have not even thought of yet. However, for now, I can't really recommend this for everyone. Unless you want to live on the edge, live on the wild side, and do a little bit of experimenting with a Slabtop, I will go ahead and stick with a traditional laptop for now. However, in the future, I think devices like this are beginning to become more and more commonplace. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time. Matt is Modern.